This is Eli, and today we're going to look at the difference between lend and borrow. If you lend something, you give it to someone, and then you should receive it back. If you borrow something, then you receive it, and you should give it back. The problem is, in many languages, such as Spanish, there is one verb to mean both lend and borrow. So in this video, I'm going to try and make remembering which one to use a little bit easier. Think of the people involved. There is a lender, the person that lends, and a borrower, the person that borrows. If you have the object and you give it to someone, then you are the lender. If you want the object and you take it, then you are the borrower. So we can say lenders give, borrowers take. A good way to remember which one to use is to remember that little phrase, lenders give, borrowers take. This can be memorably abbreviated to LGBT, lend, give, borrow, take. So what can the borrower say? The borrower can say, can or could or would you lend me something? Or can or could I borrow something? So, for example, can I borrow a lighter? Thank you. Or could you lend me your harmonica? Thank you. Or can I borrow a bottle opener in the shape of a fish? Thank you. What can the lender say? I can lend you a something, or would you like to borrow something? For example, I can lend you some salt. Or, do you want to borrow my phone? Or, would you like to borrow my toothbrush? Let's have a quick look at the form. With lend, we have the infinitive to lend, the past simple lent, and the past participle lent. With borrow, we have the infinitive to borrow, the past simple borrowed, and the past participle borrowed. Lend and borrow are also followed by certain prepositions. We lend to someone, but we borrow from someone. There are also lots of nice idioms and expressions with borrow and lend. For example, we can lend a hand, which means to help someone. For example, thanks to Nell for lending me a hand on this video. We can also lend an ear, which means to listen to someone. For example, Mark Antony in Shakespeare's famous play Julius Caesar says, "Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears." It means, listen to me. We also have a nice proverb, lend your money, lose your friends, which means if you lend your money to your friends, they won't be your friends for long. You know the way friends usually have arguments about money, etc. As for borrow, we can say something is on borrowed time, which means it's not likely to be active for much longer. If, for example, you say a shop is on borrowed time, it means soon it will close down. That's it for today's lesson on lend and borrow. Thanks a lot for watching. And remember, this video comes with a worksheet with exercises and teaching tips. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks a lot. Bye.